tak mute. Aku tak mute. Aku mute. I am a professional streamer. Tiba. Okay. Tutup lampu ni. Tengok. Tak boleh tutup lampu lagi satu sebab kakak aku tengah ni. Hello, welcome to the stream. Kita share dulu kita punya ni. Oh. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Shu.
Wah,
Suara kau agak muffle sikit.
kenapa?
Macam ni lah.
Hello.
Hello.
Tak sampai. Okay, saya nak cakap. Tapi mungkin saya nak buat apa lah. Sebab ambil unit lagi ni.
Oh. GG.
Saya nak cakap apa ni? Saya nak cakap untuk private sama. Sampai tu cek lagi lah.
Okay. Nampak ke aku punya ni? Transition dulu. Apa?
Kau rasa lah.
Aku stream. Tapi stream tengok ni lah. Sebab apa, diorang baru release apa video baru.
Oh,
So nak tengok ni lah. Aku share kat sini lah. Tapi kalau kau nak tengok dekat YouTube pun tak ada masalah.
kalau yang stay Discord tu buat ke situ lah.
Okay. Aku buat rendah.
Rendah tapi
480p
hmm.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so kita tengok lah 2-3 video. Satu video daripada ni, pasal aku jumpa video lain daripada channel lain. Boleh tahan seram juga lah. Kita try dulu. dengar aku punya ni.
Dia play dah.
Top 10 ghosts
Okay,
caught
dengar dah.
on camera. The unexplainable
Dia bila aku
exploration.
tengok tu pagi dia tak seram.
Now, as with
Tapi
most
bila
Japanese
tengok tu malam
videos,
dia
the
macam,
source
oh
of
my
this
God,
next
ya Allah.
recording is unknown.
Kau nampak sini.
As with most Japanese videos, the source of this next recording is unknown.
Aku
But in the
benci
footage, we
Japanese
see a guy
punya
exploring an
video seram.
abandoned building somewhere
Explain
in
it.
Japan. He quickly realizes that he's made a huge mistake. He encounters
Really
something
scary.
truly terrifying.
He encounters
Betul.
something truly terrifying. Mesti nampak something. Encounter kan, mesti nampak something.
Kita nampak
Allah.
mata dia.
Allah. Nampak muka tu lah yang seram tu, ya Allah. Astagfirullah.
Nampak ada lembaga.
Ada lembaga
Putih tadi kat laluan tadi.
kat laluan ni.
Saya bilang kan hilang. Tadi ada lembaga putih.
Ada.
Saya ada nampak ada lembaga putih.
So dia encounter tau. So dia
Korang perhati dia setiap ujung pintu. Benda kan lain cuma mesti ada.
Oh, kat mana? Kat mana? Oi,
Nampak.
oi, apa benda tu ya Allah?
Lagi.
Ada
Ada
lagi.
lagi sini.
Tu macam orang kena gantung je kat situ. Oi, pontianak ya
The
Allah, ya Allah.
explorer is frozen in fear as he sees a woman strangely swaying back and forth in a room. He repeatedly and carefully peeks around the door at the woman, when suddenly she appears much closer and seems to just charge at him.
Yo,
Understandably, he
pontianak
runs
tu.
for his life. Now, at first, whoever this woman is appears to be a very strange and very real person. But when we take a closer look at the footage, we can see that the woman actually emerges right out of a solid wall. But is it real? Or is it just a very creepy hoax? Again,
Apa yang
you
seram sini, ya
decide.
Allah?
The Ghosts of the River Inn. In its day, the River Inn in Reno, Nevada was a popular spot for the elite of Nevada to rest and bathe in its natural hot springs. For decades, the River Inn thrived as a popular resort, but underneath its happy facade, there were many dark tales of drownings, murder, and mysterious disappearances. It is said that the mafia had a financial stake in the River Inn, and that anyone who had a quote, accident at the River Inn, well, they just seemed to disappear. The River Inn closed its doors under mysterious circumstances around 1983 and was left abandoned. Cut to 2022, and today the old
Baru
River
lagi
Inn
ke?
has new owners, Dana and Lawrence. During their stay at the inn, both the owners and their workers have experienced terrifying supernatural activity. Paranormal investigators Ryan, River, Nick, and Wyatt from the YouTube channel Twin Paranormal are invited to investigate the allegedly haunted River Inn. At the inn, the team is told the story of a man named Ray who was a long-term resident and caretaker of the hotel, along with his wife, Janet. The couple lived happily at the inn for many years until Ray tragically passed away in his room from accidental morphine poisoning. Just before her own
Morphine
death,
poisoning?
Ray's wife Janet swore that she saw her loving husband on the hotel property. The team heads inside to explore the ground floor of the hotel where Ray and Janet used to live.
Ray, if this is you, please give us a sign.
This
Yang
is
pakai
please
topeng
give
ni
us a
dia
sign. Itu tu yang pakai topeng pun dah seram.
What the f?
Whoa. What was that?
Asal, ya Allah.
EMF?
What? The EMF just went crazy.
Yeah, I heard it.
Ray, are you in here? You good?
There's no one there.
Whoa! Whoa! The f was that?
Is there someone in there?
What the f
Ada
was that?
lock bang, ada benda baling.
Hello? Hang on. That just scared the crap out of me.
That was right
Is there a
behind
way
you.
out right here?
The guys decide to head upstairs to the second floor in hopes of making contact with the spirits of Ray and Janet. But what happens next is downright chilling.
Downright chilling, okay. Okay.
Did you just hear that?
What?
Were you me?
What was
I
that?
so hope I
Aku
caught
tak
it.
jelas.
I swear to God, I just heard a woman go, okay.
Okay.
I'm not even
I heard
joking.
shuffling after it.
Oh,
Did you just hear that?
Iya.
Hey!
You okay? Was that? You okay? I sure just had someone whisper right there next to me, dude.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Holy shit. You okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Where was it? Right here.
I heard that. I'm telling you, someone, someone was talking, dude. I heard that.
Do you not want us in here? We mean you no harm.
I totally heard that.
I'm shaking so bad right now.
Easy.
Holy shit.
I heard a thump. You're good.
Holy.
You're good. Just breathe.
What kind of whisper did you hear in
I
your ear?
don't like. I
Any
don't
words?
know exactly what it said. Maybe this caught it, but I'm even scared to be right here, man.
No, I'm with you. I straight heard a lady go.
Okay, look. When I'm leaning up here, I had my ear right here, right, facing this way.
Okay.
And I heard it, like someone just say something to me. Again! Hey! Again! Guys! Again, did you not just hear that?
Yes, I
Please
did.
tell
I
me.
heard that. I heard that one.
Who is that?
What are you trying to say?
The voice of a woman can be heard saying, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Then River hears someone whispering and gasping in his ear.
Again! Hey! Again! Guys!
But
Yeah,
the guys have no idea what they are about to capture as they decide to use the spirit box to get more answers.
Oh,
A
spirit
static
box.
camera
Oh,
recording
spirit box.
downstairs films something shocking.
There's something shocking, okay? Okay.
Where are we?
Oh my god. That was right below.
Ada apa?
Jadi,
Oh my god.
Oh,
That was
ada
right
benda
below.
lah.
ada tangan,
Ada tangan keluar. Wih.
Are you downstairs?
I am! I am!
100%.
Do you want us to go back down there?
Yes.
A dark, translucent hand clutches at the doorframe of one of the downstairs hotel rooms. Meanwhile, Ryan hears a noise from below and asks if the entity that they are talking to is downstairs. The spirit box answers, I am. So did the guys capture the ghost of Ray on camera? Let me know what you think. You can watch this entire investigation of the historic River Inn over on the YouTube channel, Twin Paranormal. Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. Unconfined. This
Unconfined.
next video was sent in by a Nukes Top 5 viewer who wishes to remain anonymous. He explains in his email that he works as a corrections officer at a federal prison in Kentucky that holds over 700 inmates that are kept in lockdown 24/7. But late one night at around 4 a.m., a hallway security camera starts to capture movement in one of the hallways. He takes out his phone and begins to record the CCTV feed.
Red. There's no f***ing doors open and you can't even see it. Now watch, look. And he wasn't even back there.
kita.
Ih,
He
sapu.
was at 5:31.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he was up like no doors are open. Like, you can't see land room. And then boom.
The officer and his co-workers have no idea who or what this
What's
could
on?
be, as
What's
no
on?
one could have been
What's on?
standing in that hallway.
Kecil kan, dia
At the
kecil.
time, the other guard on duty was far away in an entirely different part of the prison. So, what do you think? Let me know down in the
Tak, yang paling
comments.
tak tahan kamera dia tukar warna merah.
An unholy attachment. Now, these next videos were shared to the
Bukan,
internet by Diego
yang merah tu
Spikers,
item baca
who
ke?
might seem familiar to you as I featured
Kalau
him
ada
once
item
before.
pelik juga sebab
Diego
dia kan
claims that he
night
recently
vision
moved
kan.
into a new apartment in Colombia with his wife and
Dia
has
setting
experienced
Ke
terrifying
maybe dia
activity
tukar ni kot,
ever
tukar setting ke
since.
ni kot. Oh ni yang buka tangan tu.
Marika, venga. Pichiñero, rápido. Marika, perro, lo grabé, ñero, lo grabé, venga.
Ni kita dah tengok dah sebelum ni. Ha.
Dia tengok. Oh,
Kita dah tengok dah sebelum ni. Oh, Akbar.
yang ada tangan ni.
Yang dia keluar tangan lepas tu keluar mata tu. Ini kita dah tengok dah sebelum ni tapi
Mundur sikit, mundur sikit.
Since that time, Diego made the shocking discovery that he
Mundur sikit, mundur sikit.
Ni yang apa? Ingat lagi tak yang tangan keluar daripada closet tu? Ni. Lepas tu
Yang
next
tu?
tu and next tu yang keluar kepala budak tu.
Yang dekat closet ni Closet
Kat
yang
closet
ni Ada muka
ada muka.
Since that time, Diego made the shocking discovery that he had a sister named Maria who died at a very young age. He believes that this could be the spirit that is haunting him.
Dia baru
Also,
tahu dia ada
recently,
kakak
Diego's
dia
niece
mati.
Amy has come to live with him and his wife. Unfortunately, the paranormal presence seems to have attached itself to little Amy.
Siapa gelak tu?
Betul. Ada dia. Ada dia tu.
Siapa ni?
Tu dia siap. Cakap dia tak ada daripada hilang.
Hilang. Dia hilang. Ya Allah.
Yang
Kau nampak kan kaki
Amy
dia?
is fast asleep
Kau
in bed
nampak
when a
kaki dia?
small-like figure can be
Kaki
seen
dia.
standing on her bed.
Masa dia
When
gelap.
Diego yanks at the sheet, it vanishes into thin air. Only a few days later, in the middle of the night, Diego hears strange childlike laughter coming from his living room. When he goes to
Bapak
investigate,
resi.
he is shocked to his core.
ada nampak physical body.
Oh, yang ni.
Yang ni ke sambungan dia?
Oh, ini ke?
Ini ke sambungan
Oh,
dia?
ini sambungan dia.
Hilang. What the? Wait,
Ini sambungan dia.
Ini sambungan dia.
Oh, bapak seram sih.
Amy appears to be asleep, sitting with her back to the TV stand. But two pale, skinny arms seem to be reaching out from the TV cabinet and playing with her hair. The hands quickly disappear when Diego approaches his niece and attempts to wake her. Diego says that Amy has no recollection of what happened, but he is fearful that the activity in his home is becoming more intense every day. But what do you
Bapak
think?
intens
Is
sih.
it real? Or
Jiman.
is it all just an elaborate
Bukan yang
hoax?
daripada yang sebelah tu yang
You
nampak
decide.
yang wardrobe lepas tu letak kat situ.
Brother's Keeper. Paranormal
So,
investigators
Shelly-
Victor,
Shelly-
Powell,
Shelly-
and
Shelly-
Samuel from the
Shelly,
Nanti
kejap.
all
Diego Spy Curse Tak sil Diego Spy Curse.
Dia try guna ni tethering wifi dia try guna
Since dia ada dua ni, kejap. Aku nak cari kat mana.
Supaya kau dah ada bila aku nak buat tu dia dah tak ada dia tengah buat macam tu kenapa
Aku Ui, apa hal ni?
Amy.
Weh, aku tengok TikTok dia macam lagi seram je. Aku search lah kejap kan.
antena dia panas
Okay,
sangat kot
Kejap. Okay, nampaknya 6 yang terbaru ni
jadi start
macam
live
Siapa? Apa hal ada patung tu? Weh,
ni banyak dia semua sekarang tu
oh tak. Oh,
dia try
sorry.
access point dulu ni access point
Kejap.
aku bagi ni kat
Kejap. Aku
ni TikTok dia
jumpa TikTok dia. Ni boleh save ke ni? Kau tengok dia pergi tarik Sekejap, dia ulang balik. Sekejap. Okay. Lagi sekali.
Ni sini
Okay, dia buka tau. Dia buka, ada patung. Dia nak ambil patung tu tau. Peekaboo. Tangan dia hilang sih. Sumpah seram sih. Sekejap.
tu je main bunyi ketangan
Entahlah. Sekejap. Lepas tu yang next ni. Yang ni aku tak tahu.
Fíjense, pero regalo que le dieron a mi sobrina, parce. Hasta la comida el perrito tiene, güey. Qué chido.
Wih, kepala
Dia
budak
buka.
tu.
Weh, dia buka gila.
Maria.
Oh, budak tu. Terkejut aku.
Dia hilang.
Weh,
Dia
what?
hilang.
What? Weh, what? What the? What?
Fíjense,
Weh, what?
pero regalo que
What?
le dieron a
Memang
mi
nampak
sobrina.
muka dia.
Hasta
Nampak
la
rupa pula.
comida el
Tak, okay, tu tak nampak
perrito
badan tau. Tak
Tu tak
nampak
nampak
badan.
Qué chido.
Tu kepala je
Eh,
tau.
dah ada muka dengan
Dah
badan
ada
sekali
muka.
kat bawah.
Kan?
Nampak bayang.
María.
Nampak bayang. Peekaboo, hilang.
Parce, qué aburrido.
Ya Allah. Next. Oh, ni yang tadi. Memang jadi-jadi betul.
Ini sumpah paling real betul tak?
Sumpah
Tak kata
dia
macam smooth transition. Terlalu real.
susah tu nak smooth transition tu sebenarnya. Sebab tangan dia banyak gerak tau.
Boleh tarik.
Lepas tu hilang.
Ha, hilang.
Fokus.
Hey,
Kalau
mi.
pegang pun tarik hilang.
Lepas tu yang ni apa pula? Ui, ada
Ada apa?
mata.
Ada mata. Tapi belakang sempit. Kan?
Belakang sempit. Tapi nampak mata.
Ada mata lagi.
Tu nah.
Oh, ada di tengah-tengah.
Okey, yang ni apa? Wih.
Okey, kat belakang. Dia kat
Kat
belakang.
belakang. Ya Allah, dia kat belakang. Lepas tu, ni yang terbaru. Sehari lepas.
Hey, mi.
Ni.
Wih, ada orang kat
Ada
belakang.
Apa tu?
Eh,
Hilang.
ada benda lalu belakang. Dan
Hey, mi.
Ini anak dia.
tadi, bukan Amy ke?
Ni dia. Tu, tengok.
Pasal ada benda berlari kat belakang tau.
Eh,
Kalau
ni.
kau perasan.
Tu, kat kitchen.
Ha,
Betul.
kitchen.
Betul hilang dah. Amy je.
Seram sih.
Hey, mi.
Seram bodoh.
All just an elaborate hoax. You decide. Brothers Keeper. Paranormal investigators Victor, Paolo, and Samuel from the YouTube channel Investigação Sobrenatural are contacted by a distraught woman. She claims she's been violently haunted since her brother passed away from an accidental overdose in the bathroom of her family home in Brazil. She believes that her brother never left and that his tormented soul is angry and is attacking her and her family. The woman, whose identity is kept anonymous, says that she believes that the stress of the haunting led to her mother's recent passing. Soon after their arrival, the investigators begin to witness the violent poltergeist activity for
Sumpah
themselves.
seram sih. Nanti
Olha,
aku bagi ni
pelo que eu
TikTok
entendi,
dia.
né? Seu irmão tá fazendo manifestação aqui, o clima tá muito pesado. Não precisa chorar, fica calmo, fica tranquilo, tá bom? Deixa eu ver.
She's not well.
Olha, vai ficar tudo bem. Você falou que o seu irmão morreu aqui nessa casa, né? Tiraram a vida dele dentro de um banheiro. Tem como me mostrar onde foi esse banheiro? Esse aqui, né?
Dah start dah.
Yang tu. Bunyi apa tu?
Meu Deus,
Bunyi
cara.
tu.
Calma, calma.
Bunyi apa tu?
Respira fundo.
Spirit tu
Respira
marah
fundo,
dia.
Respira fundo, calma.
Mundur sikit je, mundur
Ó,
sikit.
ele só quer assustar, entendeu?
Sembilan sen. Apa yang ni? Apa yang ni? Nampak segala?
Oh, tak. Tu bunyi budak tu, bunyi perempuan tu.
Betul kena rasuk.
Meu Deus, cara.
Bukan kena rasuk,
Calma, calma.
dia tengah marah.
Respira fundo. Respira fundo, respira fundo, calma. Ó, ele só quer assustar, entendeu? Só quer te deixar desequilibrado, entendeu? Quer fazer com que a
Eu
gente fique
sei.
assustado, entendeu? Nervoso. Respira fundo, fica calmo, entendeu? Pense em Deus, pense em coisas boas, tá bom? Tá bom? Respira fundo.
A gente tá aqui contigo.
Isso, calma.
Macam orang hantu tu
Viu?
sebab mak dia
Só quer
mati.
Dia
te
marah hantu tu
assustar
ah.
mesmo. É só mais um desequilibrado, só isso, tá certo? Você tem condições de continuar? É porque é importante. Tem, não tem?
Perempuan tu.
Me mostra como foi que o seu irmão faleceu. Calma. Calma.
Ada tangan tadi.
Pera.
Aku rasa macam ada tangan tadi.
Calma, fica calma.
Respira, entendeu? Olha pra mim, ó.
O espelho quebrou sozinho. Meu Deus.
Registrou isso, câmera. Tô arrepiado, cara.
Vai, filma aí.
Tu viu isso? Olha isso também, Paulo.
Dia punya bathroom dia, ya Allah, sedihnya tengok.
Dia nampak dah.
Meu Deus.
Teve caminho.
Essa não, pega uma cadeira aí. Ela tá bem nessa cadeira.
Respira. Ó, vai ficar tudo bem, tá?
Mas falei que tu pegar uma cadeira.
Pense em coisas boas, coisas positivas, né? Foca em Deus, olha pra mim, né? Pense em coisas boas, tá bom? Senta. Vai, senta aqui, ó. Outra cadeira. Vem. Senta.
Tô arrepiado, cara.
Ó, olha pra mim.
Arrepiado, mano.
Calma, respira.
Exato, cara.
Kitchen plates fall and cookware begins to shake. Then when the woman points out where the bathroom is, something appears to almost punch at her through the curtain. A mirror in the bathroom breaks into pieces, but when they check the room, there's no one there. The woman becomes so upset from the incident that the investigators decide to have her leave. Now, in an attempt to calm the angry spirit, the men gather around a table where the man's body was temporarily placed before his burial. They light candles on the table and begin to discuss the situation. But then, things just get weirder.
Biar dia tak teruk sangat.
Não julgar, viu?
Tu viu o desespero dela a mim quando ela ficou chorando.
Chorando, ela teve que sair, ela saiu às pressas
Bem
daqui.
melhor, pessoal. Ela sai.
Aí, gente, ó.
Deu
Aí
buka sendiri.
pra vocês verem, né, ó. Direto, acontece. Pega ajuda aqui, não. Pega, calma, respira. Segura aqui a fumadora, segura.
The door slams open and the team's cameraman drops through the floor from an extreme panic attack. The investigators look after him, and after a necessary break, they continue their investigation. In an attempt to calmly communicate with the aggressive spirit, investigator Paolo volunteers to lie down on the table in hopes of creating a connection with the spirit.
Aí, tu tem certeza que quer fazer isso?
Quero ver, né? Tô curioso porque eu quero que ele consiga entender qual é o nosso objetivo, né? Porque a gente estamos aqui, entendeu? Porque na mente dele, ele acha que a gente está provocando, né? Ele está expulsando a gente, entendeu? É até uma oportunidade, né? De ele baixar a vibração e tentar a comunicação, né?
Ya,
Pelo menos
tak perasan.
uma comunicação, né? De ele baixar a vibração e tentar a comunicação, né? Pelo menos uma comunicação mais amigável, né?
As Paolo is explaining his intention, what looks like a ghostly apparition seems to appear behind team member Victor.
Tak jelas sih. Oh, ada lah. Memang dia memang kabur. Tapi dia
Paolo
rasa.
lies down on the table, and what happens next is downright terrifying.
Se você quiser se materializar em cima do Paulo, pode se apresentar aqui, né? Concentre sua energia. Se quiser pegar no braço do Paulo, na perna dele, no pescoço do Paulo, né? Vai, Paulo. Fica à vontade. Se concentra. Tenta pegar no pescoço do Paulo.
Kejap.
Paulo.
Oh, dia dah bangun dah. Tapi
Dia dah
dia...
bangun. Dari mulut tu tadi.
Meu Deus do céu.
Dia gerak sendiri.
Aí, ó. Meu Deus.
Piada.
Você não vai assustar a gente.
Bapak
Entendeu?
agresi
Deus
sih.
é poderoso, Deus é maior que você. Você não é maior que Deus. Você não é maior que Deus. Você não é maior que Deus. Deus é muito maior que você. Você não vai assustar a gente. Você não vai assustar a gente.
Tá querendo desafiar. Acho que ele pensa que a gente quer bater de frente com ele.
Tô me tremendo todinho, cara. Olha isso, ó. Filma isso, câmera.
Bugat
Tô me
tau.
tremendo todinho. Olha isso, sushi.
Bergetar dengan dia.
Drawers from a cabinet violently slam open and closed on their own. Now the previously fearless ghost investigators seem to get just a little bit rattled by the extreme activity. They are completely unsure how to continue, and not long after this incident, they decide to leave the property. So what do you think is going on in this family home in Brazil? Could this really be the brother's spirit lashing out at his own family from the great beyond? Or could there be something a bit more sinister haunting this house? Let me know down in the comments. The Ohio Ghost Girl. Multiple residents of Mentor, Ohio have reported seeing what appears to be an all-white apparition of a young girl running at a very fast speed. The following video was recorded late at night just outside Bellflower Elementary School.
Sapu.
Now, what makes this story especially bizarre is that so many residents reported seeing this running girl that multiple police units were sent out to search the area, even though there were no reports of any missing children in the area at the time. One police officer says that he actually saw the running girl. In his police report, he says, quote, "I was surprised by what I saw. The person appeared to be a small child, but running rather erect and too quickly for a child," unquote. The officer then says that he pursued the running girl, but she seemed to disappear into thin air. Police checked the entire area, but no girl was ever found. So is this supernatural or just an insanely
Pasal
factor
Ni
found?
CCTV.
So is this
CCTV
supernatural
Tapi
or
ada
just
yang
an
claim dong nampak
insanely fast
apa budak tu.
7-year-old? Let me know what
Actually.
you think. A night of terror. Juan and his pregnant wife Nicole said that they recently experienced the most terrifying night of their lives. A night that they say changed them forever. The couple, who live in Ecuador, are getting ready for bed when things take a terrifying turn.
Es que todo fue tan rápido, hermano, todo fue tan rápido. Mira, todo estaba tranquilo, ni media apagan las luces y como que Juanca como que siente algo, no sé, por la espalda. Mira, no, esa me creo que... Uy, ¿lo viste? ¿Viste? Mírame la piel. Mira, me peluquea.
Dia tarik ku.
Mira, la china se comienza a desesperar ahí.
¿Quién no se va a asustar con eso?
Bro, es que eso no es de no creer, hermano, te lo juro, eso no es de no creer. Mira ahí, mira, o sea, lo que viene es corto, bro, mira. Mira cómo lo empujan. Mira, mira cómo lo empujan juntos.
Uy.
Y ahí van con la china.
Yo
Mira,
tengo-
ahí van con la china, mira. Mira.
Uy,
Eso es
sakit.
lo que la puso mal a ella. Eso es lo que ella la puso mal, hermano. Y esas cosas que se...
Bapak
No sé, mira, mira.
Nampak ada luar.
Aduh, orang kat luar. Bapak.
Más cositas de esas. Mira, ya. Todo ahí de una sola. Todo de una sola.
Todo el cuarto.
No, es que no, de ahí no termina todo, loco. Es que es en toda la casa. O sea, él tiene que salir rápido de esa casa. Yo ya le dije. Sí, es en toda la casa.
Mana.
Ahí sale el pájaro. Ya mira que le toca la barriga.
Mira, ahí es que ya no puede si la bajo en peso, pues la bajo en peso. Mira, oye, mira, son los cuadros.
What?
Mira,
Maling tu.
mira, me la piel loco, como es el loco. Mira, ahí ya se cae, ahí, mira, ahí ya no puede más la china, mira.
Wah.
Bapak, poltergeist. Bapak.
Ahí recién encuentro las llaves. O sea, es en toda la casa, hermano. Es toda la casa. Es toda la casa.
Bapak seram sih.
Toda la casa, hermano. Toda la casa. O sea, yo no ni siquiera pretendo que
Se
vaya a
ve
hacer esa cosa, no, para la casa, no.
No, Juanca no quiere regresar. Mira.
Ui.
Beragak ada.
Sigue todo.
Mesti ada lagi.
Sigue todo. Yo tampoco. Sigue todo.
Poltergeist. Dia
Ni sebab apa? Kita suka ke? Dia masa.
tak tahu, aku rasa macam dia tak suka sama
Out of
orang
nowhere,
tu.
the couple's blanket is yanked away by something they can't see. The couple is terrified and jump out of bed, and things only get worse. Juan and Nicole both appear to be physically shoved and thrown around by something that they can't see. Then as they make a run for the door, objects, furniture, and appliances move and fall without explanation. At the end of the video, Nicole seems to be in such distress that her husband has to carry her out the door. Now, as with any alleged paranormal video, this recording could very well be a hoax. But if the objects in the video were being moved with wires, it seems that it would be almost impossible as so many things in the room are moving. Also, Juan walks through the bedroom many times, and he doesn't seem to be carefully avoiding any wires or strings. So is it real? Or is it all just a very elaborate hoax?
Ada orang lagi
You
ikut
decide.
tepi tu.
Letchworth.
Ya Allah.
In this next video recorded by
teruk
Sierra
betul.
Rose, she and her two friends are exploring the abandoned and infamously haunted Letchworth Village Asylum located in Rockland County, New York. Long ago, the old asylum was a house of horrors for its residents. Patients were severely mistreated and neglected by the hospital staff. Asylum residents who passed away were simply buried in a nearby field. As the three explorers wander the decaying hallways of the asylum, Sierra captures something truly bizarre.
Truly besar. Besar tak teruk sangat. Aku tak nampak apa-apa.
I'm freaking out.
Dia boleh jalan dekat situ.
Guys,
A shadow appears to move from left to right in a doorway. Sierra doesn't notice the odd shadow figure but seems to get a strange feeling as she comments that she is, quote, freaking out. Now, whether this is a paranormal event or just a very strange trick of the light, I leave that up to you to decide. The thing in the water. A man who was doing some lake fishing off the coast of Brazil claims that some strange sea creature with glowing eyes tried to attack his boat. He fled, revving his boat to full speed, but the creature pursued him.
Apa benda?
Betul gila.
Apa
Tak macam anjing laut ya.
Anjing laut pun tak adalah laju macam tu.
Dolphin.
Dolphin? Weh, berapa dekat sih?
Ni. Dekat ni. Loch Ness lah. Lagi.
Mana?
Belah mana?
Belah sana. Sabar badan.
Kena kat sebelah.
Weh, anjing laut tak adalah laju macam tu.
Now, some online video viewers were shocked by what they saw. They believed the beast was obviously a ferocious sea creature, but other viewers thought that the animal could simply be a large dolphin or maybe a seal. So just what do you think this large thing
Tapi
is?
laju
Let me
kalau nak
know.
seal, tapi laju sangat tu.
Tak, seal memang laju. Kau tak tahu lah. Kau tak macam ni jadi makan penguin.
Italian paranormal investigation team Inquieto TV traveled
Penguin
to what was
laju.
once the dormitory of
So
an
seal
old
kau yang lagi
abandoned
laju nak
brick
dapat penguin.
factory. The story goes that the workers at the brick factory were exploited by the wealthy owner for years and worked in extremely dangerous conditions, until one day they decided to form a workers' union and rebel against the rich factory owner. Mysteriously, or perhaps not so mysteriously, all of the workers who joined the union suddenly disappeared, never to be seen again. Many believe that the workers' union members met a terrible fate, but no evidence was ever found. Former factory workers and local townspeople believe that the brick factory dormitory is haunted by the workers' tormented souls. Inquieto TV explores the old building, but other than some creepy,
Sumpah
unexplained
banyak
sounds,
video kali ni
they
bukan
don't experience
kaleng-kaleng
much of
memang
anything.
memang
At
physical
least
manifestation
that's what they
sih.
thought. When they review their footage later, they find that one of their cameras accidentally captured something truly chilling.
Truly chilling. Maksudnya nampak ah.
Ragazzi,
What the hell is that stuff? Apa hal dia dekat
non so,
situ?
vedo tipo... Che cazzo è quella? Oh mio Dio.
Benda.
Che cazzo è? Aspetta,
Oh,
non
c'è
lo so,
stand.
ragazzi.
Stand apa tu? Aku tak tahu. Looks like a give or take.
Che cazzo? Che è successo?
Mundur sikit. Kau tak nampak yang tulisan merah tadi?
Oh, yang merah tu dia tulis poltergeist.
Oh, betul je?
Yang ni Katin. Yang sebelumnya poltergeist, yang ni Katin pula.
Oh.
DJC. Apa hal dia menyala?
Lampu tu ke?
Tak. Benda tadi, objek tadi. Benda tu menyala.
Berapa?
Ha. Benda tu menyala. Tadi tak menyala pun.
Non ci resta più nulla da vedere, finito. Comunque ci sta una puzza di incenso assurda.
Mamma raga, veramente.
Ma sembra pure... È forte.
While exploring, the group discovers a strange chalice just sitting in the middle of the floor in one of the decaying rooms. They film the bizarre out-of-place artifact and then decide to move on. But as they leave the room, the cameraman lowers his camera before turning it off. His camera, now upside down, accidentally catches the chalice mysteriously catching fire. The team's backs are turned as they leave the room and they don't even notice the flames. Soon after, the group decides to call it a night and just head home. But that's not all that the Inquieto TV team captured at the abandoned brick factory. Their YouTube viewers pointed out something else that they missed during their investigation. Something downright creepy.
Okay, creepy.
Un'altra. Avete sentito? Ma di nuovo?
Dia pointed out, maksudnya dia tak ada benda tak
Ma
perasan
era
tu.
sopra o sotto qua? Io non ho capito qui se... Sembrava...
Non è che cade a pezzi sta
Sembrava tipo provenire dalla fine del corridoio.
Ma non è chiuso il corridoio, scusa.
Il corridoio dovrebbe essere chiuso.
Ada lah. Ada.
Ada black shadow.
Ada shadow, tapi dia tak perasan.
Alma, mi hai fatto prendere un colpo.
Oddio.
Vieni qua. Il capo adesso è tranquillo.
Io vorrei entrare in quel buco, ragazzi.
A dark, mist-like figure appears at the end of the hallway, moving from left to right before disappearing into thin air. Moments later, the figure briefly materializes again in the same hall. The Inquieto TV team are shocked by what they captured and say that they didn't notice anything unusual at the time. So, is this mysterious apparition the ghost of one of the workers who disappeared long ago? I leave it up to you. And just for all of you who stuck around till the end of this video, here's a spooky extra clip. Now, this video didn't make it into the top 10 because, well, it's a little too good, if you know what I mean. But it's one of the creepiest Japanese ghost videos I've ever seen.
No, ada extra video. And dia kata paling creepy. Sheesh.
Japanese ghost too good. Didn't make it into the top 10 because, well, it's a little too good. If you know what I mean.
Terlalu bagus, maksudnya dia top dia paling bagus lah.
Ghost videos I've ever seen.
Oi. Siapa tu? Orang dekat dalam cermin tu.
Orang yang berdiri tu kan kot? Ini cermin bukan?
Ui.
Ya,
Ui.
Ini siap betul. Ya betul. Cik.
Bos dia kat situ.
Okey. Okey, lepas
Lepas
tu
tu yang kedua.
peluk.
Dia peluk.
Lepas tu
And then
lepas
dia
ni
lari.
lepas ni seram.
Lepas tu bertembung dengan orang tu. Bapak seram sih.
Aduh, ui. Sumpah lah.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the little bell
Sumpah
icon so that you
creepy
never miss
sih.
a video.
Ya Allah.
And if you want, follow me on Instagram here,
Sumpah
Twitter right
keras.
there,
Keras
and
betul
TikTok.
sih. Ya
Hopefully,
Allah.
I'll see you next week.
So, okay, one more. Ya Allah. Janganlah macam ni. Okay, one more. Tapi ni daripada channel lain lah. Aku tak pernah tengok lagi macam mana. Kita ambil yang latest dulu. Creepy sih yang tadi, sumpah.
Dia pun paling creepy lah. Sumpah.
Yang perempuan tu, dia dah nampak
Mesti
masa
kena
nak jumpa
masanya
dia.
dia account tu yo. Right. Okay, satu kat
My name is
but what the heck?
and today we'll take a look at the top 5 scary videos that will horrify everyone. So, let's begin.
Ni pelan pula. Lucid for tak tidak saya. Yes, Lucid.
SEK Paranormal
Aku
is a
takut
smaller
juga ni.
YouTube channel that focuses on the channel owners, Sandra and Emil, as they venture out
Ni
to
hal-
various different abandoned and allegedly haunted
Aduh lah.
places from around their home country of Sweden. In this video, Emil talks to the camera and says that the graveyard that he's going to explore today is one of the most haunted in all of Sweden. He says that he has been here numerous times in the past, and every single time he has come, he has noticed some strange things in and around the area. For the first 20 minutes or so of the video, it doesn't seem as though Emil is having any luck when it comes to finding anything creepy to record. But then a couple of minutes later, while walking around the surrounding area of the graveyard, Emil manages to capture something creepy that you won't be able to explain. So, let's take a look.
If I can get that knocking one more time, because that would be awesome.
While walking around this area, Emil ends up filming what appears to be some sort of a shadow-like figure
Oi,
looming
tak
around the
perasan sih.
corner, something that he did not notice at the time of his visit to the graveyard. It wasn't until after he got back home to review the footage that he noticed this spooky discovery, and surely he must have been terrified upon seeing the eerie figure he ended up recording directly in front of him. Sadly, because the figure is so hard to see, it's nearly impossible to determine exactly what this figure is. So for now at least, the identity of this mysterious figure will remain a complete mystery.
Number 4. Yang ni tak ada title.
The Conjuring is a popular horror film franchise that was created in 2013 with the release of the first film directed by James Wan, which garnered tons of box office revenue and great critic reviews alike. The film, which is based on true events, follows paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren as they venture out to a farmhouse in Rhode Island in 1971 to perform a terrifying exorcism to aid the parent family. Over on TikTok, a woman named Alex ventures out to the allegedly haunted real-life Conjuring house to see if she can get anything creepy on camera. It doesn't take long for her wish to come true.
Dia pergi ke rumah yang apa Conjuring punya tu ni.
It's moving. The door's moving.
Oh my.
Shut the door.
Shut the door.
I don't think you can do it.
I don't think dia bodoh lah. Provoke betul ni.
Holy shit. Holy shit. And what's that? The
flux went off.
The flux went off downstairs now. Jesus Christ.
Oi.
Although it can only be seen from...
Jesus Christ. Alright.
Dia slow.
The flux
Dia
went
slow
off
sikit.
downstairs now.
Oh, itu
Kenapa?
lah. Kat rumah di mana Conjuring punya inspirasi
Although it can
Conjuring
only be
punya
seen
ni
for a
movie.
brief second, as soon as Alex moves her flashlight out of view, a very tall and ominous shadow figure can suddenly be seen looming in the hallway, before the video abruptly ends just a moment or two later. Of course, this video has caused a lot of people to speculate as to what exactly Alex was able to film that night. Because we only see the figure for a second, it can be difficult to determine exactly what this figure is and what its intentions were. Just because it didn't do anything to directly harm Alex doesn't necessarily mean it's friendly. It's just a good thing that Alex left shortly after and didn't have to figure out the answer the hard way.
Number 3.
There's just something so incredibly unsettling about long, dark buildings where it's just you and endless amounts of emptiness. You know that you are alone in there, but that doesn't make it any less creepy. Sadly for YouTuber Exploration Unknown, while exploring a dark and abandoned building late at night, he found out the hard way that he was definitely not alone. In the video, we can hear the YouTuber ask, "Is your name Leroy?" to a specific spirit in the area. Just a second later, he swears that he hears a strange voice coming from another room nearby. Upon hearing this eerie noise, Exploration Unknown stands still for a few moments, perhaps completely frozen in terror, but as soon as he shakes it off and proceeds to continue on with the investigation, something even more terrifying happens that he simply cannot explain. Take a look at the creepy footage.
Is your name Leroy? Dude, I just heard something from like another room. I heard something back that way. Dude, you hear that talk? Did you hear that? I hear a man's voice.
Weh,
Somebody might
siapa punya?
What was that?
Out of nowhere, a tall shadow figure can be seen rushing across the area, trying not to be caught by the YouTuber. Even though the uploader seems to have noticed something, he's unable to find where exactly the shadow figure went. But even the most hardened skeptics are going to have a difficult time explaining this video away, because it's apparent that there was definitely something there in the building. As for what exactly, well, that will remain a mystery for now.
Number 2.
The following
Haunted
video was posted to
Weasley
TikTok in May of 2021.
Weasley
It follows the
Manor.
uploader as he ventures out to the haunted Wesley Manor,
Weasley
a place
Manor,
that is said to contain the spirit of a deceased child.
Of a deceased
Upon
child.
learning of this, the uploader proceeds to conduct an investigation inside to see if he can communicate with it. His hopes seemingly came true. For the first little while of the video, the
Okay.
uploader stands around explaining that just before he hit record, he saw the ghostly child and says that he wants to see if he can capture it again. As he slowly makes his way around the decayed building, he makes a startling discovery.
Gonna try this again. I saw the little boy, or girl, I couldn't tell what it was. But again noted there's not any orbs down here. Not like there usually is. The energy's also a little different. Oh, he's back. Hey, hi. Hey, oh shit, let me go. I'm listening to the child giggle. I'm starting to get a little freaked out myself, and I've been through this before. I could definitely hear him laugh. I can hear it laughing. It's so crazy how there's no orbs down here. This place is usually... You guys hear that?
Out of nowhere, a child's hand comes out from behind a corner and begins to wave at the TikToker before giggling. Even though he's startled, he proceeds to chase the child But as soon as he rounds the
Typical
corner,
white people.
he's shocked to discover that the ghostly child is nowhere to be found. Then in a second video, the uploader walks around a new part of the building, trying his best to
Oh,
find
ada
the
sambungan dia.
child when out of nowhere, he spots something out of the corner of his eye that causes him to freeze up in shock and awe.
Alright, so I've already chased this thing twice. It's definitely visible. The energy in here isn't heavy, but it's definitely charged. Oh, there it is. Hey! Hey, aren't you sick and tired of me chasing you? Yo. Are you done throwing rocks at me?
Miraculously, the face of a young boy can be seen peeking around the corner before the
Ooh.
uploader eventually proceeds to chase the boy.
If a black girl,
Just
oh
like
hell
before,
no, I ain't gonna
once
see
he
it.
starts to run after him, the boy
Yeah,
mysteriously vanishes, seemingly
black people
without a
won't do
trace.
that.
In a third
Tapi
video,
sumpah.
you
Oh,
can
dia
see
ada
the
lagi.
boy make another appearance,
Ada
although
lagi.
this time, it doesn't seem as though the TikToker notices because he does not chase him this time. But if you look just carefully enough, you can see that the ghostly child is most definitely still there.
If you're here and you're hearing this, I apologize for saying that. And yeah, if your head is deformed, maybe it was just a trick of the light. I don't know. So, yeah, I apologize. And yeah. Definitely getting the feeling, that's for sure.
These are only a few of the many videos on this
Bang,
TikTok
si
user's page,
tak guna tu
and
pasal.
obviously, ever since these videos
Tak
have been
guna
published
tu.
to the internet, many people have been wondering what exactly this figure is. Is it truly the ghost
Siapa?
of a deceased young boy? If so, what does he want? Is he simply looking for a friend to play with to pass some time in the afterlife? Is this just some clever video editing or special effects work? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Number
A
one.
TikTok user named Cody Aaron is explaining that the office building he works in has a door that moves all by itself, as well as a chair that does the exact same thing. It's crystal clear just by looking at Cody and hearing the way he speaks that he's both tired and freaked out, even though it seems he's used to this happening by now. But little did he know that things would get a whole lot worse in such a short time frame. Just 12 seconds into the recording of this video, he manages to capture something genuinely terrifying directly behind
Aku rasa
him
video ni macam kita pernah
that he
tengok
didn't
tau.
even notice at the time.
Okay, you guys. So
dah tengok lah. Video ni
this
dah
is the
tengok.
door that moves on
Terus
its
apa
own,
ya?
and that's the chair that moves.
Coba
on
tengok
its
lagi.
own. And
Oh, berarti
I'm
betul
just
je.
tired.
Tu
You
nah.
know, there's
Yang dekat office tu.
nothing here this time.
Kita dah tengok dekat Nuke Top 5, Nuke Top 5 punya ni. Ada salah satu video dia.
Memang lah, tapi aku sebenarnya tahu je main.
Oh tak ada. Kalau tak ada, itulah ada tu kat belakang.
Dan
Time tu aku
About
creep
30
out
seconds
sih.
later,
Ada ni.
Cody is able to capture yet another creepy incident while walking through a hallway. Pay close attention to the open door directly behind him and see what happens next.
There was way more people than what's usually here today, so I kind of guess maybe that's what it is. And I'm just
Ni
gonna.
sambungan dia.
I'll start again
betul tu sendiri.
tomorrow maybe, and we'll see what.
As soon as the door slams shut behind him, Cody's face of horror looks completely genuine as he seemingly pauses to wonder what in the world just happened. As he turns around to investigate his surroundings, his
Kembar
eyes
tak
go
guna
wide as the
tu.
terror slowly but surely builds within him. He also claims that he's the only one in the building. So who or what closed that door? A second follow-up video shows Cody
there is a second
recording
follow-up.
the screen of CCTV cameras inside the office building, which prove to capture some truly terrifying things. Cody explains that if there is a green light at the bottom of each security camera's video feed, it means there is no motion detected in the room at the time. However, this confuses Cody because, as he quickly points out, One of the rooms definitely has some motion going on inside of it.
Okay, so I'm here by myself. All of these green lights means that there's no motion, right?
Ni video yang ada dalam TikTok file. Salah satu dia. Touch hati dulu. Tidur. Tu nah, ada benda kat situ.
Aduh.
That is
Orang itu.
Tu orang tau.
I have never seen something like this.
Itu tu. Tak tahu tu orang ke apa.
This is directly beside me in the next room.
Yang peliknya kamera dia kata dia tak ada ni, dia tak ada motion. Tak ada
After
pergerakan.
showcasing all of the video feeds, Cody proceeds to investigate the office building once more, just to make sure that he is as alone as he hopes he is. But upon entering this one room, it becomes 100% clear that he is definitely not alone.
Entah bang.
Let's do it. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna need Eric's help for this. I'm not gonna do this by myself. I promised him that I would do
Budak tu
this,
suruh
but
dia belah.
there's gonna have to be
Dia nak give it.
people here besides me.
Out of nowhere, a loud demonic voice shouts for
tak ada
Cody to
budak dia tak ada,
leave
tapi
before he does
dengar suara
exactly
dia.
that. It's miraculous just how calm and collected Cody sounds while leaving the building.
Bang buat apa ni bang?
Because I'd like to think that most people would be absolutely chilled to the bone after hearing such a loud and menacing voice shouting at them. This video is only a couple months old, meaning that the mystery has still yet to be solved. Let's just hope that Cody has switched to working from home, because it's obvious that there is something in the office building that doesn't want Cody's company.
Sumpah seram sih.
And that was 5 scary videos that will horrify everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary
Sumpah
content.
seram sih.
My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
One more video.
Channel ni kau jumpa sendiri ke?
Ah?
Channel ni kau jumpa sendiri ke?
Dia recommended kat aku.
Wah, habis lah. Dah semua recommend dia. Bisa kan?
Itu. Okay, kita subscribe dulu lah. Tak apa. Subscribe dulu. Kita dah ada 2 channel seram dah. Ni Top File dengan Facebook. Ni kira okey lah. Ada lagi satu yang dia lawak sih. Dia punya ni. Aku tak ingat apa nama dia. Tak. Dia video compilation seram lah. Tapi cara dia buat apa? Cara dia bagi komentari tu macam dia nak tak nak ah.
Oh ya.
So hari ni apa? So video kali ni cerita pasal orang ni ya. So dia mula dia pergi ke sini macam dia malas nak cakap. Itu.
Terus nak tengok.
Ada sekali aku nak share, tengok video tu time streaming tapi macam berapa bosan sih. Okay. Kita try yang ni 15 minit kan. Nak tidur dulu, nak puasa. Sekejap, esok hari Rabu kan?
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at the top 5 scary videos that will trigger your fight or flight response. So, let's begin.
Tapi sumpah tadi apa yang Poltergeist tu seram, pasal Jepun tu pun seram juga. Wish.
Channel that features a plethora of videos relating to the paranormal, often showcasing authentic looking pieces of footage. And although it's been 9 years since the channel has posted any videos, there are still a handful of creepy ones. But none are quite as effective as the one uploaded in April of 2009. In the video, which was filmed on November 21st, 2008, we watch recorded footage filmed from some sort of home surveillance camera. For a while, all seems to be going perfectly fine. There certainly doesn't look to be anything wrong with the video or this dark corridor in general. However, as you can probably expect, that's all about to change.
That's all about the change. Apa tu? Apa tu? Apa tu?
Very slowly, a highly disturbing figure can be seen peeking its head from behind a closet in front of the door at the very end of the corridor. It's hard not to feel unsettled when looking at whatever the strange figure is. What is it doing inside this house? And what does it want? Sadly, because this video was uploaded to YouTube in April of 2009 with no updates having been made public, it seems as though we may never know for sure. Let's just hope that whoever lived in this house at the time of the recording has since moved out and has been able to find some peace amidst the
Dia
madness.
repeat. Dia keluar kepala dia. Tak seram sangat.
Have you guys
Sebab
ever
kita dah
wondered
tengok
how
yang
I
lagi
got
seram,
this
so
calm
macam
and collected when it
nah.
comes to watching scary videos? From playing tactical, of course.
Itu dalam video je main kalau di belakang.
Itu. Ni Alien ke?
Link, game, clans, voice chat, and daily assignments. There's just something so indescribably freaky about watching an old grainy videotape from decades past. Even if the video in question doesn't feature anything physically terrifying, just the mere tone and atmosphere to the video is enough to send shivers down your spine. This is one of the reasons why found footage horror films are so popular. However, this particular YouTube video published in January of 2008 by a channel known as Unwolfmeat Light Ox definitely shows something genuinely terrifying happen. The video begins with a man explaining to any potential viewers that he has been living in this house for a little over a year, and throughout that time he has constantly been hearing bizarre noises coming from somewhere inside. But interestingly, every time the man searches the house for anything suspicious, he comes up completely empty. Now he wants to see if he can capture these noises live on camera for the whole world to hear. As the man makes his way carefully throughout the house, he does end up hearing a noise, albeit one that he probably didn't see coming. Take a look and have a listen.
Is it on?
Yeah, what's going on?
Is it on? What's going on?
Dude, I'm not going in there. I'm not going in. No. Nicole, I think you should go.
Semua penakut.
Pasal ni kau perempuan tu, dah seram dia.
Itu.
Dude, just go. Hurry up.
What you do?
Bunuh.
What you do?
Apa benda?
What was?
Apa benda?
Get it, go!
The
Aku ada
man
nampak
creeps his way
apparition.
around the dark room when all of a sudden, a strange ghost-like apparition can be seen emerging from the shadows before making a loud shrieking noise, causing the homeowner and the cameraman to run away as fast as they can. Gratefully, it seems as though the uploader of this video was completely unharmed, seeing as how he has uploaded videos to his channel as recently as just a couple of years ago. As for whether or not he lives in the same house, let's pray that he doesn't, for his own good.
Seorang bodoh.
Signs and Signals is a rapidly growing paranormal investigation channel on YouTube, and it's for a good reason. Their videos are almost always loaded with tons of incredibly creepy moments, and it seems as if with each video of theirs, things get more and more terrifying. In this particular upload, the group heads on out to an allegedly haunted place known as the House That Knocks, which surprisingly enough looks to be in relatively good condition, all things considered. But that does not mean that the house isn't creepy, because it most certainly is, as you're about to see. Throughout the vast majority of the video, we follow the crew as they make their way through the house, proceeding to check every
Video ni
room.
pun dah tengok juga
They
dekat
don't
ni
seem
top
to
5.
find anything
Tapi
for a
lain
long
je.
while, so they eventually decide to make an effort to
Dia tak
contact
ni
the
ke?
potential spirits in the house
Tak apa.
by
Kita
using a
tengok je.
debug
Tengok lagi sekali.
box. And sure enough, it doesn't take long at all for things to start hitting the fan as the crew proceeds to hear this unsettling noise somewhere nearby.
What the dude? Where is that coming from? Is that from upstairs or?
I think it's coming from the attic.
Did you? Dude, the closet door's closed. I didn't close the closet.
Are you sure you didn't close
I
that
didn't close
closet?
the closet. I swear I didn't close the closet.
You're
What the dude? Dude, it's spinning, man. How did they
Dude,
get up there and down there and not like falling to pieces?
Dude, what the man?
I didn't know they even played music. Man,
Dia
you
ni tak?
crazy.
Dia macam ni je.
Bro, masuk.
Kenapa dia sangka-sangka ke?
Bukan, tak maksud aku ada appearance tak? Ke
Ada
sebab pernah
appearance.
tengok,
Dia ada appearance.
We
Dia
can't
ada
just run
appearance.
from this. People give us so much.
Nanti dia tunjuk kat
I
mana.
mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty cool and all for a fun, yeah, cool, but not cool at the same time, you know what I'm saying?
As you can see, the music box was the source of the eerie noise they had been hearing, but obviously the big question is, how in the world did this music box start playing seemingly all by itself? We obviously know that music boxes are incapable of doing that, meaning somebody or something must have wound it up and then left. Another interesting thing to point out is that this same music box could be seen at around the 5.5-minute mark in the video, albeit in a different place. Although at this point the crew is undoubtedly growing more and more scared by the second, they continue on with their investigation, which proves to be a mistake, as they soon come into contact with something terrifying.
Yeah, look on, how does that thing even turn on? Like, straight up, bro. That's I ain't messing
Dia
with
dekat
you.
cermin tu, tak silap.
How does that thing even turn on?
Tak nampak, tak jelas sangat.
How does that thing even turn on?
Dekat situ.
pada muka.
Dia ada kat situ.
They didn't see it at the time of the recording, but right
tu
behind
lah.
one of the men you can make out what appears to be a strange shadow-like figure lurking in the darkness, almost as if it's waiting for its next victim. It's just a good thing that the folks over at Signs and Signals managed to get out soon after, or else who knows what kind of terrifying things could have happened to them.
Sumpah seram ini. Masa aku first time tengok
A YouTube channel called Paranormal Explorers specializes in uploading exactly the kind of content the title suggests. They definitely have a large selection of videos that subscribers can choose from, but one of them stands out amongst the crowd as being legitimately creepy. The video in question shows one of the crew members over at Paranormal Explorers as he explores the outside area of an abandoned building known as the Jesmond Dean Banquet Hall, which just so happens to be allegedly haunted. It's very wise that this YouTuber made sure to have a good look around the property first, before doing anything else, because you can certainly get a lot of crucial information about a building just by conducting a thorough search of the area. And as it turns out, this uploader managed to capture something incredibly scary, although it's something he only noticed later on. Take a look.
Part of it burnt down at the back.
something very scary. Tapi
Tengok dia kita yang lambat.
maksudnya kita akan perasan lambat sikit lah. Kalau kita, unless kalau kita fokus betul lah.
Although it can only be seen for a brief second or two,
Aku nampak ni dia
if you
ni.
look at the top window, you should be able
Top
to see
window.
what appears to be a strange shadow
Oh,
like
atas
figure
tu ke?
moving around
Aku tak
inside.
perasan sih.
Almost as if whoever or whatever it is watching the uploader, trying to
Aku tak
determine
perasan
whether or not he
sih.
will make his way inside. Gratefully, during the investigation, he never comes into close contact with whatever that strange figure was. This YouTuber obviously enjoys doing these types of exploration videos, but I think it's more than safe to assume that he won't be visiting this particular place again anytime soon.
Ush. Aku ingat kat bawah tau.
following video was
Steph
published to
Basement.
YouTube on
Oh.
February 16,
Minah ni
2011 by a young
lagi.
woman named Steph. In the description of the video, Steph provides some interesting context, explaining her thoughts regarding the creepy video, stating, quote, "This is a video I took for my roommate when he was out of town. I didn't see anything strange at all when I was taping. I only noticed a few days later when I put the video onto my computer. I don't like this stuff, I never did, so I didn't handle it very well and didn't stay at my house for a while. I've been reading about paranormal stuff since this night, and I'm learning a lot." End quote. So what in the world did Steph manage to capture on film that day that's been terrifying
So
her
video
ever
video ni
since?
pun aku dah tengok dah.
Well,
Tapi
without
ni
further ado,
apparition juga.
let's
Yang
take
ni
a look.
apparition juga. Appearance.
Yeah, it's for Stan. I won't break them. Michelle's getting like really good at the drums.
Okay, aku nampak gila-gila.
So you might have some competition when you get back. We love you.
Hilang
We'll
dah.
see you soon.
Zoom lagi, zoom lagi. Zoom lagi.
As you can see, in the video, we watch as Steph videotapes her friend playing a rock band drum kit.
Itu je lah.
On the
Apparition
surface,
dia.
all looks
Dia
to
tak
be
teruk sangat
perfectly
pun.
normal, especially during the first initial seconds. But if you look in the corner, you can see a strange, pale figure standing still in the closet across the room. Obviously, as you can probably expect, this is definitely something that would terrify anybody who managed to film something such as this. But however heart-stopping this video is, Steph has stated that she is trying to make sense of everything, stating, quote, "I'm getting more comfortable with the idea of a presence in my house. I've learned that just because something is there, it doesn't mean that it's there to hurt you, or that it is evil. I'm trying to remember that to comfort myself." End quote. And while what Steph says is true, it still would be a wise idea to keep a good lookout on things. Interestingly, Steph has not uploaded any videos to her channel since March of 2011, and nobody knows what she's up to these days. Let's just hope that she's living in peace these days and no longer has to worry about being watched by an unexpected visitor.
Sebab ada video lain juga yang dia tunjuk. Cuma yang ni dia
And
tak
that
tunjuk
was the
kot.
top 5 scary videos that will trigger your fight or flight response.
Oh,
I hope you enjoyed the video,
seram.
and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks,
That's not
and I'll see you
screams,
all in the next video.
I love a ghost hunter who does not scream and run as soon as they get. Nak kena lie, seram kali ni, seram. Sumpah seram.
Lagi ni chill tak ya.
Tak payah. The first video tadi memang menyeramkan gila. Say tak sangka pula apa ni top 5 pergi letak videonya tu. Aduh.
Dalam dia kata top.
Itu tu.
Top.
Dah lah the top kan, the cream of the cream. Tunjuk bukan kaleng-kaleng, memang seram. Aduh ya. Okay, that's akan say end of the stream dululah kot. Okay, jumpa lagi lah Jumaat ni. Bui-bui.